Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Molchop here, coming at you with Diggity, bringing you Game 2 of Shine KaL versus DArKeLf, and third time's the charm. This is the third time we've had to start this video for various reasons, so which doesn't matter to you and is not noticeable in any way. Anyway, Shine versus DArKeLf should be fun. DArKeLf kind of, wasn't really that great of a player even before he went into Air Force, so I don't know if we can expect a whole lot out of him. Shine is, well, I won't say he's a really good player. What I will say is he's winning a lot of games, and I think there's a difference between those two. I really don't have a lot of respect for Shine because he doesn't have a lot of finesse, and random guy in the audience wearing an NBC shirt. That's what it looked like. Anyway, yeah, Shine, he doesn't have a lot of finesse. He doesn't have any multitasking whatsoever. He doesn't dodge Psystorms, like, at all. He just loses Hydralisks. That's his tactic against Psystorms. He is, however, sending out a very, very early drone scout. But anyway, he's been winning a lot of games. I think he's like 8-3 in Pro League, and he's doing well in at least one of the Star Leagues. So, there is that.
Yeah, Shine's actually, I'm gonna, well, not completely disagree with you. He has been winning games, and that's half the battle, winning games, or the full battle, I guess, because you're winning. But DArKeLf on the other side, DArKeLf on the other side, yeah, he was a really good Pro League player for CJ for a while, then just started getting worked, then was dropped to B team, disappeared, didn't even know we were still alive. Thought he was like out on the streets in Korea on some highway someplace. Nice engineering bay block though. I know there's a lot of people that are DArKeLf fans, so they're excited to see him play again, but I can't remember the last time I saw him play. And he's going up against Shine, who's in much better practice than he is, first of all, and he's doing it on a map that can be very difficult for Terran players, so let's see what he can pull off. But honestly, I gotta favor Shine overall.
Yeah, definitely. I was just, man, when you said that, I was imagining DArKeLf, like, sitting on a street corner, like, in his uniform, with, like, a tattered uniform with a sign that says, like, we'll spam workers for food or something like that. Anyway, he did put down an engineering bay. Cute little move there to stop the expansion from going down. Is he going to cancel? I think he canceled it in time, just in time. So Shine is going to be able to get his expansion down at his natural. Some players, especially versus Protoss, will actually send their drone out and get an expansion at the third base instead. Not as wise against Terran though, since the Terran can put a lot more early pressure on. Your third is in much more danger against the Terran player. Is he going to get that? Oh, he gets the SCV with that drone. So the drone was worth its weight, well, worth its time in running all the way out there. Got a good scout in, made sure there was no mech, since players do go mech on this map. Not insignificant amount of the time. Anyway, but he's gotten his pool down. He's got some Zerglings out. It looks like he's going to try and kill off that SCV before he does. Well, he's got to put down his third hatchery before too long. So anyway, but yeah, definitely Shine the favorite here. Having won a lot of games recently, and DArKeLf just. Yeah, I thought he was pretty much gone, because he wasn't that good anyways, and then he got demoted to B team, and I'm like, oh, well, he's gone. But then suddenly he just pops up on the roster for Ace, and so he's playing again at least, so at least he was not so bad that he doesn't get to have the cushy gig for his 2 years in the Air Force.
Yeah, that's kind of like, it's almost like a pro gamer retirement plan. At the very least, you're going to get the cushy gig out on Air Force Ace, play some more games against guys eventually. Anyway, it looks like he's going to, wow, Shine opening up that back corner. He has gone for a third hatchery. It's been very popular actually going 2 hatchery on this map. It's very difficult for Terran. Basically, once you get your natural expansion, you got to do something off 2 bases. It's extremely difficult to take your third base just because of a lot. Essentially, you got to keep putting pressure on your opponent, and it's fairly easy, I think, for the Zerg player to get your third gas and defend it. I just feel like it's on the Terran to do something off 2 base and work it that way. We've seen most Terran players, either go mech or they just go a buttload, an absolute ton of Medic Marine in the mid game, and they just invest heavily there and just try to get as much economic damage, put as much pressure on that third as possible. But I really feel like if you play defensively, go Lurkers really don't need to worry about it, because you know the Terran's going to have a hard time, and he's got to go to 2 bases anyway. You don't have to worry about the economic pressure as much, so you really don't have to worry, I feel like, thinking about, oh, let me go with the Mutalisk attack, make sure those Mutalisks go in. I think it's nice going Mutalisks with those spokes out in the field anyway, just to nail them as they're kind of going up and going into the darkness without the stim pack. A lot of Zerglings being produced right here. Yeah, they're going to be able to sneak in behind. Those Marines are in position, but it's 5 Marines, might be open field, and if those Marines do wander out at any point, those Zerglings should be able to sweep in, get some delicious SCVs. So let's see if DArKeLf is going to be able to deal with this. He's got another SCV scout running in. No, they're just going to go all the way through. The Marines getting in the mix with the SCVs. It looks like DArKeLf should... Never mind. He is not getting the SCVs in the way, and the Zerglings through some nice micro, able to just completely pummel every single one of the Marines on the front door. Yeah, there's a bunker being built, but wow, that was just some nice micro from Shine and some really bad micro from DArKeLf. That was like watching... Wow, that was
like
crazy.
Watching a pro gamer versus a B teamer who's just recently joined the Air Force. Oh wait. Yeah.
Exactly right. I was about to say some sort of similar comparison there. It was like, that was like watching me play versus someone decent.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And that's something actually that, it's funny, you mentioned earlier we've seen more 2-hatch, and we've actually seen that a lot lately in kind of in response to look at there's no Marines, just medics. The Zergling walks in. Oh, Firebat's popping out though. Anyway, we've seen a lot more 2-hatch play against Terran in general, since Terrans are pretty much almost always going one racks into command center, and so we see a lot of sort of 2-hatch into tech and then get the third base off that, so they can put a lot of pressure on that kind of thing. And where is DArKeLf going with 2 Marines, 2 medics, and a Firebat? Is he really going to move out with that, or was he just looking for scouting Zerglings? Okay, yeah. He's just looking for scouting Zerglings. Anyway, the Spire's about to pop. Shine's going to have Mutas popping out any minute now, and DArKeLf has no Marines to speak of now, which is another reason why we've been seeing, I think, a lot more Zergs do that, where they run out with a lot of Zerglings and try and kill off those early Marines before there's medics. We've been seeing that a lot more lately as well. But yeah, he does not have turrets building. He does have turrets building. So turrets are going to come in just in time. But not that many turrets building, and he doesn't have a lot of medic Marines to back it up. So he's going to get pretty much mauled by these Mutalisks is what I'm expecting.
Yeah, and he's also going against the complement of 9. He's going up against a lot of Mutalisks. Yeah. He kind of has a half-hearted attack force out in the field, but unless he's engaging towards that natural secondary, there's no reason for Shine to stick back. Even if he was engaging at that point, there's still 2 sunken colonies. Shine has yet to take his third. He's going to be able to get un-overlord, but so what? I mean, he's not going to be able to defend against these Mutalisks, really. 1 Marine already taken out. That natural... oh, man, his barracks are completely exposed. Yeah, they can run this gap, but they're really spread out, and DArKeLf is just not microing well at all right here. And I gotta say, he used to be pretty decent with the micro. Right here, really nothing at all. And he's having to sacrifice his main to just conserve Marines right here. And again, you can see how they're just really strung out. King out there. He did manage to get a Mutalisk kill, but honestly, that was mostly luck, not really skill. As far as that engagement point work, because that's the exact approach you do not want to take when you're running into a bunch of Mutalisks. I think Shine can smell blood in the water. He's going to bring some Zerglings up, he's going to bring his Mutalisks up, and he's going to end the game right here.
Yeah, he's definitely a very aggressive player, you know, if nothing else, and so I do expect him to go in probably with some Mutas and Lings, and he's also, whoa, and now he's going in for some more harass. There's a lot of turrets at that natural, so it's not really the best place. Well, he's got a good ridge there, I guess. Another turret comes in just in time to replace the one that just went down. SCV chilling on top of there, just for vision purposes, gets picked off as well. But yeah, DArKeLf actually is pushing out with a group of medic Marines out. He's going to just try and depend on those turrets and move out with a group of a lot of Marines and try and put some pressure back on Shine, which is really what he kind of needs to do also. He needs to make sure the Shine just can't sit around and drone up and tech up while he's doing this harass. And he's actually going to go into a completely undefended third base here, and he may be able to take out that third base. Yeah, he's going to be able to take out that hatchery. Shine is not pulling back. He's just sending his Mulus in, just trying to pick off as many SVs as possible. He's sacking that new third base just completely. Just going to depend on the sunken colonies at his natural expansion and just count on doing as much damage to DArKeLf as DArKeLf was done to him by taking out that third base. which really is some time and 300 minerals for the hatchery, so not a ton. He's taken out at least 300 minerals worth SCVs, probably at least double that, actually, and especially if you count the Marines and what have you. And look at that, his saturation is so low. He does not have very many SCVs at all at either of his bases right now. So things really not looking good. DArKeLf looks like he might be moving in. No, not quite. Not quite able. And Shine's lurkers pulled back just enough that he wasn't able to catch them while they're morphing. And oh, he's going to move lurkers in behind that supply line now. And DArKeLf has had his tech delayed. He's not going to have anything to deal with those lurkers at all. There's no way he's going to be able to run up the ramp with Marines to attack those lurkers. He doesn't have siege tanks. He's basically going to be mining only at his main here in a second, and then those turrets are going to get mauled. And oh, this is just bad. This is just bad.
I felt like it was a little bit overconfident of Shine. He's like, I've got Mutalisks out here. They're invincible. They can be anywhere all at once. And ended up losing that base. But it looks like he's going to make up for it by taking out this natural expansion and also harassing that factory before he can get anything accomplished. He shelled up on his front door. Nothing going to happen there. It looks like, yeah, he just wants to end the game with this. Just make sure it's basically 2 bases versus 1. Run lings everywhere. Destroy everything. Wreak havoc. Have those Mulas do their job with that lurker to support over the ridge. Nice. And yeah, just absolutely, the Lings are just having a field day here. It's a party for them. This is like the New Year's thing, like,
yeah.
Starport,
this is the Zergling New Year's party. Oh man, that was pretty good positioning. I love that. I really actually got to say I like that lurker on the top. Oh, is this starport going to go down? He was targeting the starport. The starport had to get canceled or it was killed off. Looked like he was trying to complete building it in time so he could lift it and repair it and back it off so he could keep that starport. But now he has no tech at all. He's either lost or is floating his factory. His starport is down. He's losing those Marines by not paying attention to them at the front there. This is pretty much over. So yeah, I mean, I do gotta hand it to Shine. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just don't think he's top notch. You know, he doesn't have that good of multitasking a lot of the time. He'll forget about his units oftentimes, and forget to micro them, that kind of thing. So I don't know. That's why I don't.
What, me micro?
What's that?
What, me micro? I can win games automatically. I'm Zerg.
Well, that's the thing. He does win without microing sometimes. Like I said, like it is ZVP. He'll see. Look at that. He instead of pulling those Mutalisks away like any really good Zerg would have done, he just left them there, and because he was concentrating on this other group. So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about for Shine. He's really good. He wins a lot of games. He's got solid micro when he micros, but he just kind of doesn't multitask a lot of the time. So I don't know. That's just my own personal rant about him. But he is going to force a lift on there. He's going to run in with Zerglings and lurkers and force those medics back into the choke. So even if he manages to hold this off, he's man, lurkers just leapfrogging in there. Not a lot of Marines. This is just painful to watch. Poor DArKeLf. No one deserves to be destroyed this badly.
Oh man, those barracks, yeah. That's always fun when the Marine pops out and it's like, hey, and then immediately dies. It's like a short-lived life, because you know it takes forever to get a Marine like equipped out there. You've seen the StarCraft 2 intro. You'd think they would go for speed, and they just get the guys like, just put on whatever helmet. It doesn't have to fit well. Get out there, get a gun. We're being attacked. But no, they do that entire like, you know, put on the suit sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I think they have like a YouTube video out there where the guy. They have the entire StarCraft 2 intro versus the spawning and just immediately getting nailed by a lurker. Every time I see a situation like that, I think of it and chuckle a little bit.
Well, that's going to bring the series to 1-1, and unfortunately, Diggity has a social life. What a nerd. And so we're not going to be dueling
Seriously.
the rest of this set. I may do the rest on my own account. I'll see if I can find someone else. I might just have to wait on the rest of the games until tomorrow. We'll see. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 games, and GG. Thanks for watching.